Hello, hello. Let's see, are we live? I think we are. I can't tell right now. I think we are live. Welcome to tonight's tutorial about Canva. I'm gonna create a YouTube thumbnail and I'm gonna create a couple of social media posts using Canva's templates. And I will start soon. I am. Hi, inspired tubers, welcome. James. I will very soon start in Canva. I will surely try to show something awesome. I'm just waiting a couple of minutes to see if anybody else is coming in, so I don't have to do it twice. I have it set up. Here is my Canva. I have the paid version, but today I'm gonna use, I think all of it will be the free version of Canva. I have to check on my little phone here if comments come in, because today I am back in New Jersey and that means I have only one screen. Normally I have two screens when I live stream, and I can have the one I'm working on if I do a tutorial on one screen and the live stream on another. So if I seem a little confused here, it's because I am looking at the chat. As I said, I think we will use only the free options today. And here I have set up an empty thumbnail. And here you can see the measurements. A thumbnail for YouTube should be 1280 by 720. And let me show you how I got to this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I have to change my sharing window. So let me stop sharing for a short little while and let's do this. I think will work. Now I'm sharing the same. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to share this. Here you have my all my designs. And I have done all kinds of things here. But if I want to create something for YouTube, I go up to create design. I write just YouTube, and then we have channel art, display ad, icon, thumbnail, video ad, outro, and so forth. I want a thumbnail, so I choose that. And let's share the right screen now. There we go. So now I have the right dimensions, 1280 by 720. When I create a thumbnail, I usually start with a background, a simple background. So I go down here, and in this case, I'm just going to choose a color. So let's pick this turquoise bluish color because that's very much the color of Canva. When I have that set up, depending on what type of thumbnail, what type of video, I usually want a person, a face in there. And in this case, I'm not going to use my own face. So I go to photos. And to make sure I just pick the free ones, I can click this little thing up here. I can choose free. I can pick a color that I want be the main color, say red in this case, and apply filters. And here we have a lot of red. Let's see. Let's say that I want a person. I want the facial expression of some kind. And here we have a lot to choose from. The reason I picked a color is that let's pick this picture. Someone a little bit surprised. Now I want to use effects here, and I am not sure if I can use the background remover in the paid version. If not, I have to download it and use another software. But for this, I'm just using the background remover. And maybe this will be hard with the red hat. We will see how well it works. And sometimes this takes a little while it's analyzing the picture, find what's background and what is foreground. Oh, that worked pretty well. If I had a little more red of the background here, I can use erase, and I can go in and erase. Let's erase a couple of her hair strands there. And I can change the size of my brush. But let's go back here. Now I have a lot of empty space, so I just drag these in to make the picture a little smaller. Many times you have seen that we have an outline to the picture, and there is a simple way of doing this. If you can't use, hi Gamer, hi Gina, hi Ghana. Sorry, I have to look here on the other phone to see what I'm doing. If you don't have the paid version and can use the background eraser, you can upload a photo that's already fixed like this. But as I said, I will show you a simple trick to get that outline effect. I pick my and I duplicate it. So now I have two of the exact same one. What I will do with this one is I will go up to filters. No, sorry. I will go up to effects. And I choose a duotone. And if you have any question during this, please say something in the chat. I will keep an eye on it. So when I'm in this effects section, I just pick any of these in duotone. And you see here I can go in and specify what two tones I will use. In this case, I want them both to be white. And I know that white is the F, 6 Fs, but you can also try to reach it up there. That wasn't quite white. So there we go. Now I have the same picture in white. I will make it a little larger than the original picture was. And I go to position and move it backwards. And I can even make it a little larger, and there we go. Now I have the white outline. If I Okay, that's a good spot. I can hold my shift key down and click both of them and go up to group. What did I do now? What did I do now? Did I not? Let's redo this. I didn't apply this. I'm sorry about that. I have to hit apply down here. There we go. Now I can shift and click both my pictures and go up to group. And now if I resize it, they are grouped and follow each other. So, in the chat, do you have any suggestion what video this could be about? Give me some ideas and we can continue work on this. Gina, I don't know where Jimmy C is. Maybe he's busy. He can always look on the replay. Let's see, do we have any ideas what this video could be about? Something leapers. I don't know. Give me a video title. What is leapers? I don't know what that is, gamer. I go to text here and I can either use the heading and decide later on what it will be about, but I can also choose one of these pre-designed, Stay Fearless. Maybe that is a good title for this video. This is, as you can see, grouped. I can ungroup it and then work with each part by itself to change the size just by dragging it. How to pick a great hat. Okay, that is a long title. That can be the title on the video. But let's say that we call it Choose Hat. No. Let's call it Hat Choice. Question mark. I don't like this font because it's hard to read. So let's see what happens if we take Hat Choice. Let's group them again. How to fart in a general easterly direction. That's a very long title. I think for this we can go with hat choice. Now I can go into effects and maybe I want a shadow. So I choose shadow. I choose the color of my shadow and I want it a little darker than that. Shadow, black, and how dark did I put it? 80? Let's see. 85. As you can see, I have to do this for each one of them. And I can make them a little blurry too. Let's do 30. Blur it to 30. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's put some fart hats. Okay, let's do that. Fart. Hashtag fart. Hats. Let's get a little larger spread of the letters here. She might be burping, yes. That was maybe a little bit too. There we go. Fart hats. Should we add even a little question mark? Yeah. Okay, so now these are not grouped anymore. Group them again. Why wouldn't you watch this video? Now I want to go into elements. Let's see if I write fart. I don't think, yeah, they do have fart elements. I put the little fart. Let's pick some red. And let's flip it over. Should it be hidden behind her, maybe? Let's turn it a little bit. And let's move it backward. That looks like it's coming from her. We're having English lessons in the chat. Okay, so far so good. Let's twist those a little bit more. That was maybe a little bit too much. Now, I think my background is a little boring. So where is she farting? Maybe in a city? Let's take this off and go. Here we have Oops, I didn't want to add that. Maybe she is in a crowd. So I search for crowd. And where are we putting her? In front of that crowd, maybe. So I dragged that picture in. No, that was very yellow. That didn't work. Maybe they all turned away from her. So I dragged this as a background. Maybe black and white. Let's make her a little smaller here. Now this background picture is a little too sharp, so I mark the background picture. Thank you, Gina. And we draw down the opacity to 66 is okay. I'm going to change the background color to white so it doesn't affect. Let's see, 60. There we go. Would I have kicked you out, Ganna? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty tolerant as a teacher. I don't kick out my student. I think we should turn that this way. There we go. A thumbnail about fart hats. And if I want, I could download it now. Let's do another one. Let's delete everything and give me another topic, and I will show you some other things we can do when we create our Ghana. Why would you have dropped a banana peel and made her fall? Oh, my students never did anything like that. Oops, I still had her there. Here we have a pretty nice background to start with. They are jellyfish, I think, floating around in the background here. It's hard to see. Beef be crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Are you singing to us, gamer? Let's take a look. Let me go back here. And what do you say? Let's take a look at some of the thumbnails I have done already and see what you think about some of them. If you have any questions, let's see. Here we have a lot of my old thumbnails. Let's take this one, for example. I have to change the screen sharing here for a second. And here we go. Let's take this out. If you want something like this, where you're framing something, let me show how I made this. Let's start with just a color as the background, and I go into elements. First, I put my line, and I can choose the weight of it. Let's do 18 here. And I can drag it out if I want to have something specific in top here. And let's take one of my uploads here. And these are pictures I have uploaded myself. Let's see what I have. I did one here for Google. Let's add that. This I have just used Google things from the there you go. I can even make it a little thinner here so I have a G in the center. And I just drag it into size and I have moved it backwards. Now I can, by choosing both of them, group them, duplicate, and if I want them, now I'm making them way too big to be framing, but the principle is the same. Let's make another one. Undo that. Let's make two more and drag one to each side here. And as you can see, the little number tells me when we are in the right spot. When I turn it over, I want 90 or minus 90. Let's move them out a little bit. There you go. Now I have framed my thumbnail. I put a picture and a line. Let's ungroup these that I put on the side and let's shorten these so they go just the length of the side here. On one side I'm going to do it because I don't, if I can find 90 again. There we go. There you go. So this is how you can do frames if you want that. But there is an easier way. I'm just choosing everything and deleting it. I can go into elements and we have under shapes. I can pick a frame like that. I can choose the color. Let's do a blue frame here. And I can resize it to fit my image. And then I can do a second one. Here we go. Now I can put something inside these frames. Let's take the top part of this photo here. And move it backwards. And I can continue doing this around the whole frame. Now, let's move from thumbnail to say that I want to do an Instagram post. I go back to create design. I can choose all these different things from Instagram. And the good part about this is that we have the size already in the right dimensions. Here we have templates for our Instagram post. Let's just pick one here. Now I can go in and here we have the photo that this was taken from. I can choose another photo, one on my own or one from the library here. Here we have trending photos. I drag it, I double click it, and I want to flip it. So she is visible there. And then I can go in and change my text. If I want a second picture to put up with this on my Instagram post, I just chose add page. And I can just drag a picture in there and add text. Let's add some green text. Call it breakfast. Green wasn't too good there. Maybe we should do it yellow. Move it up here where it can be seen better. Maybe we should center it over the plate. So now I have two pictures here for my Instagram post, and they are in the right dimensions. And when I choose download, I can choose to download one page, or I can choose to download all pages. Let's see what we can do if we choose Facebook. Post. And as you can see, the dimensions are different for all of this. Facebook post is 940 by 788. My Instagram post is 1080 by 1080. They are a square. And my thumbnail post is 1280 by 720. So that's why I like to use the create. And here I just dragged in. So let's say that this is a Facebook post. If you look up here, I can go right from here and publish it to my Facebook. From the Instagram post, I can go and share it as well to Facebook, Twitter, save it to my Drive, Pinterest, all of these. Oops. And I can go down. That's a little boring one. Let's say that I have made this for Facebook. I can go down and order, excuse me, order prints of this Let's say, for example, I have made a header for my Facebook page. Let's do that. Facebook event cover, Facebook cover. Here we go. I want to do a Facebook cover. The size is 1640 by 924. I just dragging in a template here. Say that I have made this as my Facebook cover, the header of my Facebook page I have created. I can write my name here. Oops, I'm not going to print it. And maybe my email address. And now, if I go down here, I can print this as a business card. This is way too big to be, but I just choose resize as a business card. And here it is. So if you want, for example, a business card that looks like your header on YouTube or something like that, you can easily do that direct from Canva. And as you see, if I wanted to order this from Canva, 50 copies of this would cost me $11. We are not going to do that today because I didn't create a business card. You can, of course, with Canva, go in and search for business card and right away and use a template for your business card. So let's just pick one. Here we go. This is something you could use, Ghana. This is Greta May Evans, freelance watercolor artist. You are not a watercolor artist, but if you create something here, work with me and mobile address and everything, and you can then go in and print your business card right from here, and you can choose double-sided. So $11 for 50 business cards is not a bad deal. Okay, chat. Let's go stop sharing and go back here. This was a very general oversight over what you can do. Is there anything specific you would like me to show you how to do? Or maybe you need me to do a thumbnail for you or a business card for you right here and right now, and I will send the file over to you. DJ Talks, hi, how are you? Welcome. Well, I don't have a picture of DJ, so I can't do that right now. I'm very sorry, gamer. If you could send me a picture of him, we could surely create something like that. Gina, anything you would like for me to create right now for you? Gamer, do you need anything? In in the graphics world? I know there is a delay here, so I'm still waiting. I am open to anything you want me to create, and I will send the file to you. And I can't create DJ. You need an 8-bit vaporwave cityscape for a banner. I don't think I can create an 8-bit here in Canva. That has to be in another software. Logo design. Oh, I didn't do that. Let's take a look what we can do in logo design. Now it will be a little double here for a second. There we go. Let's see. Logo. And the logo is 500 by 500. That is the standard. Here you see a lot of templates you can use. And you can always start with the templates. What you can do in here, I think you can do that even in the free version. Let me change my account here and let's see. I think this is, yeah, this is my free account. So let's work in that right now. What you can do. If you work in Canva, no, you can. I don't think I can do this. All my designs. Oh, this is my free account. Let's see. Logo. Let's see if it saved my brand kit here. Background. I don't think it did. Let's write test and see. Oh, yes, it did. Do you see here the 3 colors I picked really quick? Let's go back here to brand kit. I can set a palette for the colors I like to use. This is a crazy combination, but I added 3 colors here. So when I work in this account and I have something I want to change color, and I hit the little color wheel here, one of my suggestion is that is only if you are paid. That's weird. Because it's because I can try for free. Okay. let's go back to the first logo I was working on. I can only set that up when I'm on the paid version. So let's go back to my regular account. Here we go. Let me close a couple of windows here. We have too many open. Here is the logo design, and you can use a template, for example. Let's see if we have one we like here that. Here, lush lashes. I don't think that's what James is working on, but if you have a symbol for that you are using as a logo, you can upload it, and that you can do whether you're on a pay or a free account. You go here to uploads, upload media, and we can pick something from my device here. Let's see. My subscribe button. There we go. If I want that as my logo. Or if that is my logo, let's use that one. So I can work with this, take away their logo and put mine in there. The thing with this is the template usually are so small. So that wasn't too good. Lush Lashes Beauty Center. And let's take an ugly picture of me where you can't even see my lashes. Do I have anything where you can see my lashes? I don't think so. Let's see. Let's go to photos and eyes. Find a beautiful eye here. Thank you, gamer. Okay, we're talking about favorite icons with .ico. Yes, I don't know what format they have to be square. I know that, and it depends on where, I think, but I think you can change any square image to .ico. Let's see if we can get rid of the background here, because that is lashes we can use for this. There we go. Why can't I move this backwards? Okay, let's move the text forward instead. No. Let's make this a smaller one then. There we go. Maybe that could be for lashes. Okay, I can make it the background. Lush Lashes Beauty center. I think I need to change the color of the text. This is a problem because you have to find a color that stands out. When you run into this problem, when no color really stands out, what I do to solve this is I go into elements, I pick a shape, a square or a rectangle, I put it behind the text, and I make it white, and then I turn down the transparency to almost nothing, just for like there, so you can still make it easier to read. And that goes for everything: thumbnails, social media posts, whatever you do. That is a trick that I have started to use if it's hard. And if you don't make it, now I can't even tell which one. If you don't make it too obvious, it's just enough to help this stand out. And you can always do an effect like the lift effect to lift it out of the background a little bit. And now it might even work without the white background. Not really. Let's see. Well, that eyebrow is messing up everything. If I move it down here, the colors work. So you have to move things around. Thank you, Gina. I use that a lot when I have problem with text. Okay, now I have way too much. Let me show you how to clean up your design page. Move to trash, the 3 little dots up in the top, and move to trash. So we get rid of all of these that I have done so far today. What I like to do when I'm working with the logo is to decide on a couple of colors, usually no more than 3 for it to be visible. And then you can always add white and black to those 3 to accentuate something or to highlight something. These are all cosmetics I find here. Why do they suggest all the cosmetics logo for me? Gaming logos, badge logos, art and design logos. Here is a rather interesting logo, I think. As you can see, they are working with just 2 colors here. And they're working with symmetry. Let's look at another one. This one is also working with 2 colors, the blue background and the yellow in the that was art and design. Let me see what else we have. These are gaming logos. So I guess these are symbol for clan, a gaming clan or something. But you see, they are usually very, very simple. And you can always use one of these. This is, as you can see, built out of different elements they just put together. I think this is one, no, this is also built out of two elements. So and up here you see all the colors. This use 5 colors total in their logo. Let's see what else. You can also do animated logos. Let's look at one of them. Or a couple. They have used the fade animation. Here you can use the thumb. I think that this part itself is made separately. They have made this animation with the squares first and then imported it to this. Your merch logo is just in 2 colors. That's great. That's really great. Here you can see they used, oops, let us ungroup this. They used an animation here. And you can find under elements, animations. If you want to add an animation, that doesn't seem like an animation. Sparkle animation. Here we have an animation. So if I want a heart animation, beating heart, for example, and let's mark the free ones. This is just drawing the heart. So you see, they have quite a few animations you can use if you want to do an animation. But if you want it for print, you will not be able to use. Let me see. How far down are they? Stickers is what they are called, the animations. So let's delete all this and see what we have. That was hard to read. But these are still free animations. Because I marked the little free up here. Take that off. Let's see what we get in stickers then. And I will show you how. I think my computer is getting it right now. Okay, let me see if it has woken up yet. Now I have only the Pro all results. No, it won't load them. So, James, did that help you with logo in any way or form? What I would suggest is if you are going to work out a logo and if you are going to work, yeah, they need to be very simple. And preferably not with any gradients, just single colors and sharp. ASMR, yeah, I can't do that in Canva though. But I can do it like this. That's my ASMR for tonight. Two colors is perfect for doing logos. And as I said, I think when you're working with, let's skip the animated logos and go in. Oh, I'm not sharing my. There we go. And turn auto mode. Facebook shops logos. Let's look here how very simple they all are. This is one color background and then some text on top. The same here. But remember, let's move this here and look at them. Oops. If I look at them at 25%, this is usually, let me see, they are 500 by 500. So this is 125 by 125. And that is usually how most people would see your logo. So think about that too, that you're not making them too complicated. Oops. I don't want the basketball logo as this is almost too hard to read. And if I made this, I would probably, oops, have made it. You see, I have those helplines here. I would probably have made it in this size because if I shrink it down to 25% here, it's still hard to read if you ever use your logo. And if you do it, for example, on a website, you usually don't show it in this full size on the website. Most places where you use your logo, it is smaller. This also have this little distressed lines around here, which when you shrink it down, just looks like it's a little dirty, if you understand what I mean by that. No, but you can do yourself a Canva ASMR intro. Of course I can. Gamer Nato Potato needs to do ASMR. AMSR. I wish, Gina. Well, we all wish. Here we have another one. This one I actually like a lot when it is in the full format. And they have just added some small little move this out of the way. Some small little things there. Oh, sorry. But when we shrink this down, it is very hard to see. Even in 50% size, it is very hard to read. And once again, I would make it as big as, as I could to at least have a chance to be seen in this smaller format. Like, at least you can see urban here. And the way it was to begin with was very small. I don't know why they want that much air around it. Most of the template here has that much air, but I don't know. I guess it's the aesthetics. And if I have a static one like this, I can, oops, I can animate it. If I want to use it on the website, I can, for example, let everything tumble in or rise up, pan, fade, breathe. Now it's moving slowly to get bigger and bigger. And we have some, these are the paid versions, the one with the little crown on them. So if I make an, I'm sorry, my throat really. If I make a logo in Canva, I can use it as is for print or for a static picture, and I can animate it. I can change the timing here up to 30 seconds. This is also something you can do if you are making videos, which I know a lot of you are doing. Let's make YouTube intro. Here I am making an intro 1920 by 1080. I am gonna set a very specific background color here. I'm gonna set this green. And that is for a reason. I am gonna make static. No, elements. I am gonna make, I need a shape here. Not lines. Shapes. Not that one. Where did my shapes go? Shapes. I am looking for a specific rounded here. I'm going to place it there, and I'm going to, oops, subscribe. in white. Okay. I'm gonna animate this. I'm gonna have it pan in. And I'm gonna set the time to 20 seconds. Or I'm gonna have it fade. Let's group these so I can move them around. Where do we have the pen? Let's play this now. I don't want 20 seconds. What am I doing here? I want 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Done. I want to play it. Now, the reason I chose this one is when I download it here and insert it in my photo editing, I can block out this by using chroma key in my photo editing app. I can make this green disappear. I can also, if I take off the animation, if I don't have an animation, I can I thought I picked none. Oh, I'm working on that's why. Let's do YouTube thumbnail because that's the same size. Do the green background. Add the shape. Add the text. Subscribe. That is a little too big. Change the color to white. If I download this now, I can choose to download it as with a transparent background. So let me download it. Just put it on my desktop. And let's open this in my, I need to switch, stop the sharing here, and I will now share my photo that I just downloaded. Now you see, there is no background. It's just the button that I just created that is visible. The green disappeared. So this is how it looked here, and let me upload this from desktop so we can look at it. And this is how it looks. This has no background at all. Let's change the background color here on my, let's do it white. See, even though I downloaded the picture with a green background, I downloaded it as with transparent background. And that means, what am I doing here? Did I disappear? What happened? I disappeared. There, I'm back. So if I download with transparent Purple Gang, hi, welcome. I'm sorry I missed you coming in. I'm so sorry about that. So that means that I can create my own buttons and use them as overlays when I edit, or hey, look, squirrel. Hi. When did you come in? You're getting up there, hey, look, squirrel. I heard. Very good. Okay, back to questions. We have talked about creating logos. We have talked about creating thumbnails for videos. We have talked about social media posts. Is there anything? Thank you, Purple Gang. Thank you very much. Is there anything specific now that you would like me to show or to create using Canva before we end today's stream? Anything you want, and I will try and create it as best as I can. Tony, did you see my trick in the beginning, or you might have to go back and look at it later on? How you can make that aura around you. Let's quickly set that up again so I can show you. It's a little trick you can use in Canva if you want to do it right there. So let's share the screen again. Need to learn to do it better. Okay, so here, what we do, I'm just gonna pick any background color here. What do you like? This purplish? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a photo here, and we want a face. So I search for a face. Let's do this. Face, that's a face with a good expression. This is, as you can see, just for the pro version, which I have. But if you upload a photo without background like this one, you can use this little trick. So what I want to do to make that aura around him is first I duplicate him. Then I go into effects here and I use duotone, any of them. It doesn't matter which one I pick, because I'm going to change the color on this duotone. So I double click there And here we have the two tones, but I don't want any of them. I want white. So I changed the first one to white, and I changed the second one to white. And if you don't know the hexa number for the colors, which I happens to know, you can always drag it up there. I apply. Now I'm going to make this a little bigger than the original. And I'm going to move it backwards. So here you go. I can move. I think my position is good. Okay. Let me duplicate him one more time and go into effects, duotone, switch the colors and make it all white. Or whatever color you want. It doesn't have to be white. Make it a little bigger again and position backwards. And now I have second one here. So I can really put it exactly where I want it. Now I have all of them. I take my mouse and I just drag around all of them and I choose group. Now they are grouped, so I can resize them whatever way I want, or I can flip them around if I want him to look the other way, but I have to do that for each. Oops. Ungroup. I thought I could do this with all three of them. Maybe not. Group. Flip vertically. No, I can't do that. So if I want to flip it, I have to do it one at a time. Purple Gang, it is easy. It just takes a while to get used to it. As I said, I have the Pro version, and let's say that I would like to use this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to add the picture. I want to use this picture. In the Pro version, I can use the background remover. And that's one of the things that I really like with the Pro version. I think they are having trouble with some apps. They always say that when you have worked, it still works. Let me see here. Let me move him out of the way. Are you gonna do it or not? I don't know. It's still thinking about it. Oh, there it goes. Not quite done yet. Okay. Take her away and try it again. Background remover. And it's thinking about it. I think it's my computer that maybe starts to get a little tired now after all the work we have done. Doesn't look like it wants to do this. There we go. Since this photo is cut off at the top, I would duplicate, use the... I know the duo filters is free for no matter what color. If I want it to be black, that's 6 zeros instead. Let's make it a little bigger and position backwards. And I could, let's do one to really play around with this. I'm sorry that it's so tight. Let's do white this time. And let's do it a little bigger. Let's move it backwards. And let's take her and make her a little tiny bit smaller. Now I'm going to take all of them, group them, and I don't want to see her. Ungroup, move her a little bit more to that side. So now I did a white and a black. So this could be the beginning to a thumbnail about something interesting. Oops. Come on, work with me. There we go. What do you think? So that was an easy trick if you want to have this aura around a photo. I don't see any other questions in here. I mean, I could keep doing tutorials about Canva forever. You're welcome. It's an easy trick if you want to get, and you can... Oh, I know one more thing I wanted to show you. Here, if I happen to know that the white is F, 6 Fs, and that the black is 6 zeros. But let's put an element in here, real simple, a square. And I am choosing a new color, and I want it to be in the yellow range somewhere, but I want it to be more on the orange side. Here. If I find a color, we talked about logos earlier. And if I playing around and I find a color like this one that I really, really like. So I decide, okay, that will be one of the colors I will use as my brand in my logos, in my thumbnails, and I don't remember, because when you are moving around here on the palette, it's hard to remember. But say that, oh, that's the color. I will use this in a lot of the things I do. If you click on the color and then click here on the color wheel, you have the hexa form here. Write that down. If you have found your three colors that you, two or three colors that you want to use in your logos, in your design, whatever it is, write down this hexa number. In this case it's hashtag D6A74B. There is always 6 numbers or letters for each color, and write them down so you have them somewhere, because it can be hard depending on if you're looking. Next time I'm working, I might be on my phone or on another computer in another light, and it's almost impossible. It is impossible to find the exact right hue again. So you always, when you have colors that you will repeat, always write down this number. If that makes sense to you. This Canva on a PC has much more. Yes, it has much more. But if you're working on a phone or on a tablet, let me show you here. What you can do to get all the same functions is that you open your Chrome browser. I don't know, can you see this now? Let me make myself bigger. Can you see this? I'm on my Chrome. What I do is I go up to these 3 little dots here and I mark desktop site. Now if I go to Canva, I have all the functions. I'm not logged in here, so let's say I'm doing an Instagram post. I have all these functions. In this case, it's just up on top, but I have everything that I had on the PC. As long as if you see here, when I click those 3 little dots, it disappeared again. Can you see down there where the blue little mark is? It says desktop site. Desktop site. So on your phone, on your tablet, because Canva on the phone looks very different. You can find everything even here. I'm not even logged in on this. Yes, I am. Let's pick up one here. Okay, here we have my phone and one of my things. If I want to add anything, I can find it all here, but it's almost impossible because it's so different from finding it on the phone, on the PC. So even when I work on my phone, I go to Chrome and I mark desktop site. And I use Canva in Chrome, even on the phone or the tablet. Hi, Mia Mina, welcome. Teach me what you're doing wrong. I don't know. Are you doing something wrong? Well, it's not the library really, it's fake. I'm not that advanced. It's just a backdrop. I don't think you're doing anything wrong, Mia Mina. Yeah, I use the computer too. Everything I have shown tonight is done on the computer. Oops, maybe I should take that off. That was what I shown just for you to remember to write down your hexacolor. I am looking for, and now I can't even remember. You have several websites where you can use color picker if you want to pick color from a photo. But I was looking for, is it this? Might be this. Give me a second here. This is one of them. I'm gonna change my sharing of the screen here and show you. Where do we have it? No. Here we go. This is a website called, no, I'm sharing. Is that the one I'm sharing? Yeah. Okay, you use cookies. Here, you can create your own color palette here for, let's go. I don't want to do the tutorial. Every time I press the space bar here, a new random color palette pops up. And if I find something that I say, oh, that should go with my branding, those are colors I really like. And as you see, they have a lot of colors here, but say that I find one. Let's say I decide on this. I have baby pink, champagne pink, Cambridge blue, polished pine, and eggplant. I locked the first one, baby pink. I keep on going. Tea green, Eldon blue, rich black, and there. Here, now I have locked them all, and I can export that as an image. Test, export, and let's just put it on my desktop. Now I have a color palette. I can choose to use all 5 or 3 or two of them. But that is if you are looking for colors that will be your palette. This is a fun size and it's called Coolors, COOLORS.co. And let's see. To use text, yes, Mina. Let me show you. Let me show you. Stop sharing this and go back to my. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me share my design here. Okay, let's delete all of this. To work with text, I hope you know how you can do all these, find pre-made text. But let's just add anything here. Work with text. Okay, first of all, we can change size by dragging or by using the numbers up here or the plus and minus. We can change fonts if we don't know what font we want. And we can even search, say that I want handwriting. I just run handwriting on top here, and then I have all kinds of handwriting text. Some of them you can choose bold or not bold, some you cannot. So let's go back to. Okay, here we have it. Now I have decided on a font. Let's make it a little bigger so we can see what we're doing here. Of course, I can change color, any color. Let's make it light green. Light green, light gray. I can make it underlined or not. I can go all caps or back to normal. I can, under here, the 3 lines with the arrows, I can space them out in relation to each other. I can also change the height of the lines, how much space between lines. And I can go in under effects. Here I can do a lot of things. I can make it curved. And I can change the curve by just changing here. Now it curves down from 0 when it's flat up to 900 when it's a total circle. Or I can curve it the other way. You can't see it unless I move it down. Curve it the other way. I can also curve it. Oops, let's curve it that way. Oops, back to effects. That was curved. Now I have curved text. Of course, I can rotate it this way. So it doesn't have to be in a circle that way. I can always rotate it. I can make a shadow. And I can pick the color of my shadow. This, let's make it black. I can decide what direction, how far away from the original text it should be. I can decide the direction. Now it's on the top to the right and down. You see the, let's offset it 100 so it's easier to see how the direction changes. You see how it moves? I hope you see. Let's increase the transparency to 100 so it's really dark. It's easier to see how it moves. And let's just increase. Now you should be able to see how the black moves around there. Shadows. I can blur the shadows so they are less. That lifts the text more from the background. The more blur, the more it is lifted. That was shadow. Lift is more of a just a darkish spread out shade from nothing to 100%. Hollow makes your text empty inside. Splice is one that I like, and that is a color inside the hollow. And let's put red here so we can see. I can make it the outline of the letters thicker or thinner. I can make the offset how far away from the line is, from 0 when it's just a filled letter up to 100 when it's like falling out of the letters. And I can make the direction just as I did with the shadow. Echo is the text just repeated a couple of times. So let's take a dark one here. It's a almost black, just to the offset a little bit, and then a lighter color. So it's really three shadows. It's a very dark and a lighter one. And also here I can change all the colors if I want it to be in whatever color I want. And it's like a dark and a lighter shadow. Glitch. I have two color choices, the blue and red or the blue and purple, and I can choose direction. You know, that is like when it glitch on TV, and how much offset or how little offset. And I can choose neon. Let me change the color of the text here, because the gray didn't show much of the neon. Here we go. Now the neon is the only one that's been seen from. Now it's all red and shiny, and you can change how much. That is somewhere where it looks really neon. Let's do a white background. It's maybe easier to see the neon then. If I want to make sure I centered this text, even if it's slanted, I use the position. And of course, I can do, like with everything else, work with the transparency, how dark or how light it should be. Does that help you? I can left, even, right centered, and centered. Did that answer your questions? Splice is like outlining. Yes. Oops. Where am I? Here. Splice is outlining the letters, and now they are outlined in red, so let's put green inside. And you can see, let's do the outline really thick and the offset down to 0. And the direction is 0 too. Now you can see it's a red outline with a green total filling. I can move the green outside of the red. Like that. So when you work with splice, as you see here, the outline is the color you choose as the text color. And the filling you choose under effects in the filling color here. Oh, that looks horrible. But I chose so much contrast so we could really see. There you go. So your text color is the outline and the fill color you choose under effects. You're welcome, Mia. I'm so glad you ask questions, because to me, I don't know what you want to learn. So if you don't ask me, I don't know what to show you. But I think for being a free software, I must say that the things you can do with text is pretty good. Oh, and I forgot to show that. I have one more thing you can do. Maybe not for the thumbnails, but if you work with text for something else, for a website, for example, you can animate it. Here it's breathing, getting bigger, fading in. The fade is hard to see in just 5 seconds, but you see? And you can set the time of your animation. There you go. So if you want to use it for intro to a video or something, you can animate the text as well. I think that covered everything about text. No, it didn't. You can also find, let me show you. There are things that I Thank you, Tony. You're welcome. Let me show this for Mia. Oops. That should be the big one. Let me show this. You can also find, if you go under styles here, you can find color palettes to use that is already made. And let's take the effect off here, none effect. And now when you go in, as I said, you can double click on the color and write down the hexa numbers for it if you find a color that you like. And if you choose all, it chooses both colors and fonts here. So if you want to use something that already is set up, you can use that as well. Okay, guys, I think we might have covered most of it. If there are more interest about Canva, just leave me a comment on this video or any of my videos and I will come back to it. And I might even do a couple of more Canva tutorials. Not on the styles, Mia. If you want to make your own palette, and I showed that before, this is only in the paid version. You can set up, let me show you here. On the brand kit, you can create or save palettes. But you cannot create your own. This is an old brand palette I have. You cannot create your own palettes and save it for every time when you come back to Canva. You can only do this with the paid version. Oh, I didn't even share. Let me show you again. Here. As you can see here, now I have the paid version. So on the brand kit, I can add either search among palettes here, or I can create my own palette by picking one color at a time. Like that. But that is only under the in the paid version. So that's why I recommend that if you find a color that you like, that you most definitely go in and double click on the color here, go to new color, and there you find the information. Write this down if this is a color that you want to save and you don't have the paid version. If you have the paid version, you can save it in your brand kit. So I hope that helped you. If you have the paid version, you can set up a team up to, I'm not sure right now. I'm trying to figure that out right away, but you can be up to 5 people in a team that can use Canva Pro for free. Let me show you here. Let me change my screen sharing again and go into Teams in Canva share. Here I have the paid version. So here under people, under my account, I can invite 4 other people to be part of my team and use one paid Canva. So if you are a couple of people that want to do it together, you can always do that. And let me see, what do I pay per month? I pay $12.95 a month for the pro version. Mia, that's fine with me. I have a couple of I actually have a playlist about Canva on my channel. So if Philia and Pia Nightmares want to check it out. Yeah, I'm only one person too. But if you are like several people that working on a project together, it's good to know. But as I said, if you just write down your hexacolors so you can return to them next time you are working. I'm just too lazy for doing that. So I have, and I do graphics for more than just doing it for YouTube. I do for websites and other stuff. That's where I started originally. So Gina, a wizard is a little bit too much, but I have used it for so many years. I don't even remember. I have been doing graphics for so many years. So it's all very much the same. But I hope I helped you, Mia Mina, with the questions you had. And if you want them, oh, tell them that around 2 hours, 150, 2 hours is when we started discussing text. But let me see. Let me go and find, if you want to share, where are my playlists? Where is I have a, here we go. I am going to share in the chat the playlist for Canva, and I will add this live stream to it when we end today. Now I have a request, and I hope it will be next week that I put up videos how to create a website using WordPress, which I have promised Ghana, and some other people were interested in that. So there you have the link to my playlist for Canva if they are interested. Some of it is basic, I think one of the videos is specific for, one is the basic, one is about Canva Pro, the paid version. One is about to edit social media templates, including thumbnails, and one is the last live stream I did about Canva when we made Christmas cards. You're smiling, Gana. Yes, I know. I am working on getting that together. You're working your channel trailer? Yeah, I don't even have a trailer right now. I don't think I will do one either. I'm trying to focus on getting some good content up. So I guess class is over, my friends. We can hang around and chit chat a little bit. But I think we have had all the tutorial work for today. I feel that I have emptied my tutorial insight for right now. I'm closing down these tabs here. But this was fun. I love doing live tutorials. It's so different than doing videos, and not all tutorials is suitable for doing live. For example, when I did security in Google accounts, there is information that needs to be blurred out and things like that. So, but when I can, I like to do on Wednesdays this live tutorial because it's so much better than when you can actually ask me questions as we are working. And it's a little complicated right now. As I said, I'm back in New Jersey for a month and a half, and I only have my laptop, so I have only one screen. I have my other screens are uh, down in Florida. So thank you, Mia. Well, those will be WordPress videos. They will be videos when I do those tutorials. I might even have if I do a couple of basic tutorials about WordPress, I might have a live stream tutorial about WordPress as well. And if I do, I think I will actually put out a form where you can ask questions before I do, so I can take a look at it and prepare for what you really need to know. But I'll come back to that. Let me see here. Ganna, do you remember when I promised you I would have next week I planned on starting the WordPress. But maybe I put it up one more week if I'm going to put out a form where you can ask all your questions so I can prepare. And if I do that, I would probably do tutorials next week about Amazon Prime and what you get for your money. I'm not sure yet. I have to think about that, and it's after midnight. Well, instead of the 25th, you would get WordPress on February 1st. I think that's better because let me go into my calendar right away. I'm moving it to that week. Oops. What am I doing now? Month. I'm moving it up to the first week in February. And that way I can do a live stream about WordPress on February the 3rd. That's what I'm gonna do. I know, Ghana, you have to wait a whole week longer. But there will be, when we're talking WordPress, Mia, I will do 2 videos, 2 tutorials, and then have a live stream in between. Okay, guys, I am actually starting to get really, really tired here. That's why the tutorial section is closed. It was nice having you all here. It was so much fun to be able to answer questions right away. I really, really like this format, and I would try to do it more often. Maybe when we've finally moved down, I can get things in order a little bit more. But thank you, Gina, Mia, Ghana, Squirrel. Who else did we have here? DJ was in for a little while. Purple Gang, Gamer, of course. Let's see, have I missed? James was here. I don't know. Did I miss anybody? If I did, it wasn't intentional. It was just by pure old age. I am taking care of myself. I am. I'm just freezing up here. We have it so cold right now. I will get some rest, and you, my friends, thank you so very much for being a part of this. Without you, it would be no tutorials. And I see you for sure next Wednesday. I'm not sure what the topic will be since I did that little change now. And I will post on all my social media, Facebook, my Facebook page, my Instagram, my Twitter, about the form I will put together tomorrow where you can ask any questions you have about working in WordPress, so I can prepare something great for you. So once again, thank you, and remember, never stop learning.